The Grammys are coming up this weekend, and Zayn Malik took to Twitter to share some choice words for the organization after his multiple snubs. Let's get into what he said. The 2021 Grammys are set to air this Sunday, March 14th, after their original January air date was pushed back due to COVID. The nominees include artists like Taylor Swift, Beyoncé, Dua Lipa, Billie Eilish, Doja Cat, Post Malone, Megan Thee Stallion, and so many more. Artists like Taylor, Billie, Megan, along with BTS, John Mayer, Bad Bunny, and more are also set to perform at the award show. But there was notably some big names missing from the nominations list this year, like in many past years. The Weeknd has been very vocal about the snubs for his After Hours album, calling the Grammys corrupt, and Variety called The Weeknd's absence from the nominations list the biggest snub in Grammys history. But The Weeknd isn't the only one who's had some strong feelings about the Grammys. When you look back at Grammy wins, you'll notice that there are a lot of major artists who've never won. Nicki Minaj, Katy Perry, Sia, and Snoop Dogg have all been nominated for Grammys but never actually won one. Then there are also plenty of extremely talented, successful artists who've never even been nominated. Zayn is one of those artists. He's won Billboard Music Awards, VMAs, Teen Choice Awards, and iHeartRadio Music Awards, but he's never so much as been nominated for a Grammy. His fellow former One Direction band member Harry Styles has 3 nominations at this Sunday's Grammys. And so, after releasing 3 studio albums since 2016 and receiving 0 nominations, Zayn took to Twitter to air his grievances about the Grammys. In a strongly worded tweet, Zayn wrote, quote, "The Grammys and everyone associated. Unless you shake hands and send gifts, there's no nomination considerations. Next year, I'll send you a basket of confectionery." A few hours later, Zayn followed up with another tweet writing, "My tweet was not personal or about eligibility, but was about the need for inclusion and the lack of transparency of the nomination process, and the space that creates and allows favoritism, racism, and networking politics to influence the voting process." Fans quickly rallied behind Zayn, sharing all the reasons why they believe he's been snubbed by the Recording Academy. This person tweeted some of Zayn's stats, saying, quote, "Pillow Talk was the biggest and most streamed debut in 2016. Mind of Mine was one of the biggest records in 2016. I Don't Wanna Live Forever was the most streamed song in 2017. Dusk Till Dawn was #1 on charts for weeks in 2018, yet 0 nominations for Zayn. Rigged system." Another fan chimed in saying, "The Grammys are literally so gross. They snub all the amazing artists who deserve to win awards. It's so obvious how biased they are." This person pointed out that One Direction also never received any nominations when they were a group. And this fan threw out the idea that Zayn and The Weeknd should collab to diss the Grammys. And while I'm usually not a fan of retaliation, if it's in the form of a Zayn-Weeknd collab, I'm here for it. The Grammys haven't spoken out and responded to Zayn at this time, and I think it's safe to assume that Zayn won't be tuning in this weekend. But if you want to tune in, the show airs at 8 p.m. EST Sunday on CBS. For now, if you want more on Zayn, click right over here for another Clever News video. Also, let us know down in the comments below what you think of Zayn's tweet and if you'll be watching the Grammys. I'm your host, Susan Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye guys.